Welcome back to an episode that I know many people have been waiting for as teachers, as parents, as homeschooling builders and microschool builders, hybrid programs. What type of curriculum do we choose? And by all means, it is up to each and every person and the program and the goals that your program provides for families. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you our top 15 pieces of curriculum that we will be utilizing this year. So again, that is 15 pieces of curriculum that I know you cannot wait to hear, and whether or not you've purchased it or whether or not you are waiting, I believe this will help you tremendously. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Welcome, teacher, to the Let Your Light Shine podcast. If you're searching for the freedom and permission to design the life you love as a teacher, you're in the right place. I'm on a mission to help teachers just like you build their own dream school or homeschooling business. In this present day, the world needs you, teacher friend, to step out in faith and give students an education they love and so deserve. In this podcast, I will teach you how to start a fulfilling and profitable homeschooling business that lights you up. I'm Mackenzie Oliver, former elementary teacher and instructional coach, gone homeschool teacher and business builder. I'm here to empower you to step outside the classroom and choose the experiences, the curriculum, and all the moments that put a smile on your face and your students. Does it seem like a dream? Well, it did to me, until God opened the doors and made it reality. Together, we are breaking through fears and moving the crowd. So get out your notebook, sharpen your pencil. It's time to get your teach on.
You know what time it is of the year, right? It's the back to school time. It's the back to school sale. Don't forget, you have just a handful of days left to grab any item from our store, whether it be the introductory packet, enrollment form, welcome letter, handbook, contract, destination location letter, the flyer, the brochure, whatever it is that you need. You can buy any individual piece at 20% off, or you can buy the business bundle, which already has all pieces discounted. You can buy that at 20% off as well to give you more savings. Head on over to www.teachersletyourlightshine.com/shop. Take a look at all of our items. Don't hesitate to send me an email or an instant message so that I can answer any questions that you may have about which item you need, which item you have been eyeing, whichever one. Don't sit around and look at items and go, should I get it? Should I not get it? What will it do for me? How can I make this work? Email me. Get into the Facebook group and ask people, have you purchased the handbook and contract? Have you purchased the welcome letter? Have you purchased the business bundle? Tell me all about it. And people will give you their honest to goodness feedback. We have heard people tell us over and over again, I don't know what I would have done without it. This made my life so much easier. This was a godsend. This is everything that I needed to be professional and to keep everything safe. This is everything that I've needed for marketing. Please don't hesitate to ask the questions, but also don't let the sale slip by you. It's the back to school sale. 20% off every single item in our store, teachersletyourlightshine.com/shop. Okay, here we go, my friends. What are we utilizing this year in our micro school? I am not going to go into depth of why I chose each of these items. I'm just going to list out what it is that we chose. I will give a super brief description because I truly believe that every single piece that I'm sharing in this episode could be its own episode, could be its own podcast with many, many episodes. So without further ado, let's start with math. I have 3 things that we are utilizing this year for math, and our curriculum, 1st through 6th grade, is Math Mammoth. I love that it is a mastery approach, and I've heard super great things about it. I also absolutely love that we can get on homeschoolplanet.com and it paces out everything for every single grade level. So we bought Math Mammoth. We also bought a homeschoolplanet.com subscription for the year. Then we bought the Math Mammoth, which allowed us to see lesson plans for every single grade level because we do have multi-ages. So it's very good to know how to pace things out, and Homeschool Planet does that for us. So actually, caveat here, we have 16 items because Homeschool Planet should definitely be number one, all-encompassing. Homeschool Planet will help you. If you purchase it, you will be able to go in, select the curriculum that you have chosen for the year. You do have to buy the curriculum on Homeschool Planet, the access to the lesson plan for that curriculum, but it's super well worth it. It's also a great way to share with parents. It's also very good at the end of the year. All your lesson plans are digital, they're downloaded, they are archived, and you have them as reference. So Homeschool Planet, number one. Math Mammoth, number two. Math with Confidence. That is what we are using for our kindergarten students. They are the only ones that have a different kindergarten curriculum. So Math with Confidence. And number three, of course, we have to have math hands-on activities. So we've got games, we've got things that we've printed out from Teachers Pay Teachers. We have so many manipulative, so many hands-on items that people have literally gifted to us. Teachers who've left the profession, things that we have purchased on Amazon, games that we have purchased on Amazon. We have one center every day dedicated to hands-on and games in math. We also have a center, so we actually have 4 things for math. We also have a center for our online learning. And Math Mammoth, when you purchase the Homeschool Planet resources, it also allows you to see all of the math videos that go along with the Math Mammoth lessons. And so you can hyperlink them into a Google Classroom or into emails to parents or just into your computer so students can watch the video lesson that goes along with that lesson. So that's what we use also for online learning, and we use Khan Academy for grades 2 through 6 as supplemental as well. So again, for math, here's what we have. Math Mammoth, grades 1 through 6, Math with Confidence, kindergarten, Khan Academy for grades 2 through 6 as supplemental, and math hands-on activities for all grade levels as a part of one of our centers as well. Now let's get into ELA. ELA is such a beast, right? It has so many components: phonics, fluency, spelling, writing, reading comprehension. And so I definitely have found that keeping the curriculum consistent across grade levels really does help. I've used different types of curriculum for different grade levels, and I really just found myself getting a little bit overwhelmed and in over my head. We still use unit studies. We still have enrichment days on Thursdays and Fridays. But when it comes to the main core curriculum, here's what we are utilizing for ELA. Number one, when it comes to phonics instruction, we are using SRA. Have you ever heard of SRA? That is for our kindergarten and first grade students. SRA has been around for a super long time. It is pretty rare to find nowadays, to be honest with you. We had to search high and low, but our kindergarten teacher has seen so much success using SRA before. It's Science Research Associates. It was founded in 1938, believe it or not. And it was moved into individualized classroom instruction with the iconic SRA Reading Laboratory Kit. And so we have had really a fun time over the past 2 weeks using SRA and seeing our students grow. They have levels A, B, and C. And it is a phonics approach. It is a mastery approach. But of course, when teaching phonics, we do have other materials as well. But we are starting out with SRA and seeing our students progress through the levels based on the beginning of the year assessment that we used. And that was through 95% group. That is our assessment that we use to screen our students for phonics. With that being said, we then take phonics and we teach using Tara West materials off of Teachers Pay Teachers. So for phonics, we use SRA and we also use Teachers Pay Teachers based on the phonics skill that students are needing, which was found during our pre-assessment. In addition, kindergarten, all the way even up through 6th grade. We use 180 days of word study. So even our kindergartners are using 180 days of word study, and even all the way up into our 6th graders. You can order that off Amazon. I love it because it's not just learning a spelling list. You also have to learn how to use the words in context, and you have to learn the meaning of the word as well. So very, very grateful for 180 days of word study as a supplemental resource. And along with phonics and word study, we have vocabulary. And this year we are using Wordly Wise. Super excited to use Wordly Wise. I think vocabulary is a lost art. I think that it should be taught definitely through reading naturally, but I also think that there needs to be a systematic, targeted approach. That is from my experience as a teacher and instructional coach. So Wordly, Wordly, W-O-R-D-L-Y, Wordly Wise is what we are using for vocabulary. Next up for writing. In our kindergarten, 1st grade class, we are using so many incredible fun writing prompts and activities using primary journals and really being authentic with the journal prompts that we give our students and the types of writing tasks that we give our students. So for them, we are utilizing primary journals. But grades 2nd through 6th, we are utilizing BJU Press English. What I like about BJU Press English is that it has the grammar and it has writing involved. So the first unit is grammar. The second unit is a writing unit where students are actually composing a writing. The third unit is grammar. The fourth unit is a writing unit where students are composing. And it switches back and forth all through the year. So very excited about that because, yes, we use journals for our older students. We have a journal center where students are free writing even though they're doing grammar right now. We definitely want to make sure that our students are still writing and still composing while they're in their grammar unit. But when it comes to Unit 2, in writing, we are able to specifically stop journal writing and hone in on a writing craft. So we're very excited about that. That is 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. They are all using BJU Press, and we are teaching up. So 2nd and 3rd grade use 3rd grade, and 4th grade uses 4th, and 5th and 6th grade use 6th. BJU Press English. Next up, when it comes to reading comprehension, we have 2 ways that we teach reading comprehension to our older students, 1st grade through 6th grade. That is through the use of leveled readers. Everybody, even kindergartners, actually, they have leveled readers. All the way up to 6th grade, we base our students based on their phonics screener and on a comprehension assessment at the beginning of the year. And our students are either fall into the category of utilizing leveled readers that I have been gifted throughout the years from many retired teachers and through old reading series from public schools that have been discontinued. We also have book clubs where students are participating in a chosen chapter book that we have given choice to, and students read the chapter book, and we have very specific project-based learning materials for the children at their book club center, and that is grades 2nd through 6th. Along with book clubs and writing all mixed together, we do have something at the very beginning of the day. Our older students are participating in an activity called Self-Love Workbook for Teens. And our younger students are engaging in a 3-minute gratitude journal every morning. That's how we start off our morning. Super, super sweet. It's reading and writing combined along with a little bit of self-help, character building, traits, all of the good stuff that we know our students need. And last but not least, when it comes to science and social studies, we are doing trimester 1 science, trimester 2 social studies, and then trimester 3 is split between science and social studies. We are utilizing Generation Genius for our grades 2 through 6 with unit-based themes. And for our younger students, kindergarten through 1st grade, we are using Scholastic magazines. So cost efficient, so affordable, so engaging, colorful. The students love it. And Generation Genius for grades 2 through 6, it is online, but you can print things out. And we are doing unit-based studied thematic units. And for social studies, we are starting out with unit study and financial literacy. We're starting out with economics. Now, I want to go back to that whenever I said we do trimester 1 of science. That means that one age group does science while the other one does social studies. And then trimester 2, the group who didn't have social studies now has science, and the other group has social studies. So they are swapping. So one group gets social studies unit, then science unit, and then combined science and social studies at the end of the year. And it's vice versa for our other group of students, second grade through sixth grade. And that way the teachers who are responsible for social studies have their brain on social studies, and they can teach social studies for that trimester and then swap it out the next trimester. And we are utilizing many books that we found off of Amazon for an economics unit. And we're very excited because we feel that is something that it definitely needs to be taught to our youth. And in order to do so, you have to be very intentional, because there's not a lot out in the world teaching economics to younger students. But having your own school, you get to prioritize what it is that you feel students should learn when it comes to also receiving input from students and their love, and the parents and what they wish for their child. I hope that this list serves you very well. I'm excited to see what it is from this list that you've chosen or that you're interested. I will definitely do another podcast episode based on groups, reading, writing, math, science, social studies. But for now, I encourage you to go and look at these items, see what works for you. And every year I have changed. So don't bog yourself down. If you chose something that you're not really in love with, you got another year to do it differently. Again, don't forget to grab your back to school bundle. Your sales off, 20% off any item in the store. teachersletyourlightshine.com/shop.
Hey, teacher friend. Thanks so much for listening to today's show. I pray it inspired you, touched you, or challenged you in some way, because we are making big shifts and using our teaching gifts for God's glory like never before. I'm so grateful for you. The number one way you can support this show is to leave a written review on Apple Podcasts, and also share this with another teacher. Come join me in the Virtual Teachers Lounge, known as the Teacher Let Your Light Shine Facebook group. Until next time, keep shining your teacher light. The world needs you.